Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to episode 2 of 0 to a Million Coins in 20 hours.
So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, all free with Amazon Prime. You'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs, and now for the last 4 years I've made 10 million coins in just the first month.
Yeah, so guys, and welcome to episode 2 of 0 to a Million Coins in 20 hours. So in the last episode we took the account from 0 to 150k via a mixture of SBCs, objectives and a bit of silver trading. In today's episode, we're going to be teaching you guys a new trading method, as well as showing you guys another tip and trick to make yourself some coins. And we might even be able to do a bit of rash investing if there's a good SBC to make some money off of. So in today's video, we're going to be teaching you guys a trading method, and it is a ye old classic trading method that I always do on the channel. And that is shadow trading. So to do shadow trading, you're going to want about 50 to 100k. So lower budget, we do the silver trading. Check out last episode for that tutorial. If you got a 50 to 100 or even more, I'd say even up to like 300, you want to be doing shadow trading. Now the concept of shadow trading is basically you're going to be buying gold cards who have a shadow on them for give or take the same price as they are without a shadow on them. Now this works really well because if you guys are aware, the shadow chem style costs a pretty penny. In fact, the shadow chem style, we packed it yesterday, is currently going for 4.3k. Which means if we can win someone with a shadow for the same price they are without a shadow, then, or you know, for a few hundred coins more, then there should be a decent profit. Now, it's not necessarily going to be 4k profit, because obviously some players are oversaturated with a shadow, but there is normally some profit. So, how do we trade with gold cards with a shadow? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go gold rare, we're going to go shadow, and what we're going to do is we're going to go for the minimum buy now. We'll go and put this at a k right now. The maximum buy now, I'm going to go and put to 5k. And now, so these two stay here no matter what. Now, the one thing that does change is the maximum price. What we're going to do here is we are going to put the highest maximum price possible without there being more than one card over the hour. And I'll explain the relevance of that in a second. Although if you watch the last episode, you'll understand why we can't have cards over the hour. So we're going to start off here at 700 coins. And we're going to go and scroll to the end. And as long as there is no more than one card, so there can be no cards or one card, we're going to be able to use this filter. So this filter, pronto, works perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to increase this. Let's increase it up to 800 coins. Now luckily we also had the fun of having to reset shadow each time. So at 800 coins, is it going to work? Perfect, there are no cards over the hour. So let's increase it to 900 coins. Now the reason you want this number to be as high as possible is because the higher the number, the more players can appear under the filter. It's basically the higher the number, the wider you can cast your nets, and the more fish you can get, and fish equals coins. So let's go and put it to 1k. 1k, again, still no more than one card. So this is working perfectly. So as long as there is no cards or one card over the hour, the filter will work. So at 1.1k, what are we looking at? Only one card, perfect. If we go and increase it to 1.2k, let's have a little look how this is going. At 1.2k, are we going to be able to use it? No, there's loads of cards over the hour. So that's not going to work right there. So what we're going to have to do is lower it back down to 1.1 because that's the highest number we can have without there being any cards over, or more than one card over the hour. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and search this. We're going to scroll to the end, and then because there is no more than one card over the hour, I can press compare price back out, and it will show me brand new players. Now the reason this occurs is because if there is no more than one card over the hour, the market will refresh on the filter you searched. So you saw that Kimpembe previously wasn't listed, but there he just popped up. Let's keep pressing compare price back out and see if we can get another example of a player. So obviously if a player gets listed between Kimpembe and Gabriel, it means that a new player is listed. Now this filter is going to be the most active to do 3 PM onwards midweek, and then any time on the weekend this filter is very, very active. The nice thing about this method as well is that it kind of counteracts all market crashes. You don't have to really worry about doing this method in a market crash because, you know, the players don't, the players you're trading with basically don't really get any cheaper. So once you learn players' prices, unless they're SBC fodder, so maybe 84s and above, they're normally just pretty set. So we saw another card right there of Grimaldo. So how do we know what to buy? Now we are looking to buy left backs, right backs, left wing backs, right wing backs, CDMs and centre mids. You can buy the odd centre back, but more centre backs than not don't work. And what we're looking to do is we are looking to pick up these players for only 300 coins more than they are without his shadow. So a Grimaldo, for example, has popped up here for 3.3. And if we're willing to pay a maximum of 300 coins more than he is without a shadow, the most we're willing to pay for would be 4.8. Which obviously means that this Grimaldo is a buy. yeah, it's gone. What a surprise. So let's go and look for another card. Now, all these are centre-backs, and I say we're trying to avoid centre-backs. We're looking at any defensive position other than centre-back, and then CDM and centre-mid. So, for example, Dumfries has popped up at 1.2. Again, I'm not allowed to buy anything because the market's not going down, or the time is not going down. Dumfries without a shadow is 1.3, and therefore we'd go and buy this Dumfries. Now, if I needed coins instantly, I would go and sell this Dumfries for the cheapest, or maybe the second or third cheapest on the market. So, Dumfries there pops up for 1.2k. If we go and see how much a Dumfries with a shadow sells for, Dumfries with a shadow right now is selling for crazy money. But you'd be able to probably go and sell him for minimum 4-5k. You know, if not, you really could try and push 6.9, but that would just be absolutely insane. Now, we'll go and grab another example because it probably would work a little bit better than the likes of Dumfries. But if you're not in a hurry to sell cards, you don't necessarily have to sell for the cheapest. Because gold cards with a shadow are quite a premium, it means that there's a lack of cards on the market. So, for example, if we looked at Sonic with a shadow, we can see there's only 4 on the market for 3.5k, for 4.5k and below. Which means if I was happy to gamble that these cards would go and sell on, I could go and list my Sonic for 4k and 4.5k. And eventually what would happen is later in the day, these Sonics will get bought up and she'll go up to 4.5k. And basically this is the fluctuation of a player. So if you're in a hurry, you can go and sell for the cheapest on the market. If you're not in a hurry, you can go and sell for like the 4th, 5th or 6th cheapest on the market. Which in this case, again, I could go and sell Sonic for 4.5k. Maybe I want to go and push... I mean, I could go and list it for 2.9k rather than selling it for 2.5k, and that'd give me extra coins. And basically, you'd just be not selling for the cheapest, and you're basically selling on lazy buyers. This allows you to get a higher profit margin, but it means that the cash flow, aka the time it takes to buy and sell players, is a lot slower. What we'll do is we'll do this method for about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll show you guys what we managed to get. Let's go and walk you guys through some of the profit. So, DePauw we picked up at 3.5. We're going to go and sell for 4.5. There are some missed buys in this, by the way. Kim and Jay bought at 3.4. We're selling at 3.9. Bit of a missed buy, but it's okay because we can use that to learn his price. James is okay. Picked up at 4.2, selling on for 4.1. So, the profit margin you're looking for is basically around about 700-800 coins. So, again, you are going to see some missed buys where we're not making 700-800 coins. But what we are going to do is we are going to learn the price. So, again, these two are a bit of missed buys there. But Kalulu picked up there for 1.3, selling on for 2. So some okay buys. And again, a few missed buys. But it's okay. We'll get them listed up. As long as we have coins to work with and coins to trade with, that's all that matters. And there's our James already selling on. So very fast coins there. Interesting, but there was a 5k pack generic yesterday. So we'll go and see if we can get anything good in that. Spain, Cam. It's going to be Danny Olm. Nothing expensive in there. Chock-a-block, because we basically got a full transfer list for the shadow deals, for the silver deals, but you can see right there that 817 coins. Oh, I've had some sell on, but it's not the most to work with. So here is another tip and trick how to make money, and that is playing the game. Alright, it sounds stupid, but that is actually playing Moments, because in Moments there are a bunch of tradable packs and things that you can use to make coins. So, for example, the first thing you can do is the draft token pack. Obviously, if you go and get yourself 20 moments, you can get a draft token pack, and you can either go and play an online draft or an offline draft. And you can do that 3 times. You can also use moments to get a small rare players pack, which allegedly is tradable. And then you can also get the gold players pack, which is tradable. So what we're going to be doing is, just while we're waiting for stuff to sell on, I think every time we have below 10k, I'm going to play a few moments. Again, the timer will be going down for that. And then eventually what you'll see is you'll see us opening a tradable 55k pack with those moments. Now, of course, I could say, you know, play Division Rivals, play Foot Chance, play Squad Battles, whatever. But I do believe that moments is the most efficient way of getting coins because, of course, you can get yourself a 50k pack tradable in which you're not going to get in the other game modes. It's got ourselves like 4 tokens, whatever it's called, moments in the likes of probably a minute or 2. But now because we're above 12k, we're going to go back to shadow trading. And I'm just going to alternate between getting tokens and shadow trading. I won't bother showing you me getting any in the moments because they're very boring. But I will show you all the rewards we do manage to reap from them. So we got ourselves a few more deals. A few missed buys, I think, on this. Dunn going up for 5.5. Frimpong going up for 2.9. Another Jolington. And yeah, other than that, nothing too interesting really. But another set of deals. Now what we're going to do is, because we've got 40 minutes between now and 6 PM, and we're currently only sitting on 6k, just so I can build my coins up going into 6 PM in case there's anything to invest in at 6 PM, we're going to do nothing but moment. So just a little update. At 6 PM we bought Nigerian players for 250 coins, and they've gone up to 700 coins for the current objectives. Then on top of that, we also went and bought the Prem players for 750, and the Silvers we also bought for 400, who are currently rising. So we keep you updated how that goes, but Should be a bit of money made via buying Nigerians. So the verdict and how the investments went is the silvers were really good. They went from 400 to 800. The bronzes were amazing. They went from 250 to 800. But the golds were a bit sort of a dud. They only went up like 100 coins, basically, covering break even. So we got ourselves loads and loads of sales, all the shadow deals, and loads of silver deals. Now we are going to stop silver trading at the moment because we've got marquee matchups coming. And marquee matchups obviously going to go and supply loads and loads of silvers via Electrum packs, mix packs, and because of that, silver's going to crash. So what we're going to do is we're going to transition now solely to shadow trading, because shadow trading is safe with marquee matchups. It doesn't really do anything to negatively affect them. So what you'll probably see for the rest of today's episode is going to be shadow trading, and then at the start of next episode, what you would do is you'll see us going for an all-in investment with all the coins we've made up until now. Shadow trading for a little while, you can actually do an alternate version of doing this method, and the reason you might do this is maybe, let's say you're in the early morning and the market's quite slow. So how you do this method, because I'll pick up deals if there are. So once you've been doing the main shadow method for a while, you should start basically picking up a bit of market knowledge. And now what you can do with that market knowledge is you can basically just go through positions one by one trying to get deals rather than having to snipe anything. So for example, let's say I knew that Klaus sold for 2.9k and we saw a few pop up here at 1.9k. What I can actually do is just clear them all off the market at 1.9k and go and sell them. So again, because we've been doing this method for a little while now, we should be quite confident on some players' prices. I haven't flipped a Carvajal, but I'd be quite confident that's a good deal. Maybe we'll come back and check that price in a sec. So what I'm going to do is, again, rather than sniping, because sometimes sniping can be a little bit dead in the morning, what you can just do is go through the positions one by one and buy anyone you're confident. You can also see what, like, if you're not so confident, you can also see what are the rest of the market going for, and then what is the one that, is there anyone that's like 1k cheaper than everyone else? For example, that Ronaldo, picked up at 1.5. And if there are no others on the market up until 2.5, I'd maybe be tempted to go and pick it up. For example, there's actually this on Marasic. Now, I know Marasic's pretty good. I don't know why, he works. Same with Rui. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little look at left back with a shadow and see, okay, are there any other Marasics even on the market 3.5 and under? And the answer to that is yeah, there's a bunch there for 2.9, so I'm not going to go and buy that one right there. So the idea is you don't really do this method until you've got pretty decent market knowledge, so basically until you're relatively comfortable with the shadow method. Spinazzola's normally around about a 3k sell. Saying that, there's quite a few popping up there at 2.5. Yeah, it's probably closer to 2.5 nowadays. Shadow. Let's see what we've got here then. Now, Shadow and centre mid, you're going to see a lot more players popping up, but see, Zambo 2.3 I don't think is too good. You can also use this to make yourself a little bit familiar with the prices. For example, if you're seeing someone flooded, then you can probably get the gist that they're not going for as much. The NWSL woman is kind of one of the things I'm looking for. And then we go centre mid. So the same positions as the sniping method. Just instead of sniping, we're just kind of scrolling a little bit. Thuram can be sometimes good. So nothing amazing really pops up in this run. I mean, Enzo Fernandez sometimes does well. So let's go check out on Enzo quickly. There we go. So you basically need to do this method when you got like decent market knowledge, or at least partial market knowledge. So Enzo Fernandez not going to be any good there. Let's go and check that Carvajal who picked up earlier for 1.9 and see how he's doing. Obviously Carvajal's out of packs at the moment. He's being used in Evo, so I can only imagine for 1.9. Yeah, it's a good little buy that. There you go. 1.9, and we'll probably go and flip him for 4.9 because his card has actually become quite rare because it's being used for Evos. Game's crashed. See you guys when we get some more deals. Is if there is a really, really well-demanded SBC or objective set out, look for link investments to them when it comes to shadow trading, because some of these guys can be heavily inflated, or girls even, and people aren't aware of them, so they'll consistently list them for cheap despite them being very inflated. So a good example of that, if I can go and find them, is the ever-demanded, highly demanded, not highly liked, Megan Rapone. And because Megan Rapone and Kyger are highly demanded, it means that the American women for the NWSL have had really, really nice rises with shadows, because a lot of people are using them. So what that means is, when you are trading, do keep tabs for these players, because these players will probably have some of the best profits going, because, again, you'll have consistently people listing them for cheap, despite them being very well in demand. For example, I had a bunch of Sonnets who went from like 2.5k of a shadow up to 4k, but people will consistently keep listing it for 2.5 because they're not aware of the fluctuation. So nothing quite here, but we have picked a fair few players up in the last 24 hours from the NWSL, and they've had good sales. Turn back good sales. There's a bunch of our silver cards selling on. Picked up earlier for 1.9. Also, it was quite interesting. Earlier I was referring to buying NWSL players. Well, we've managed to pick up an O'Hara for 2.2k, who's currently going for about 4.4 to 4.9. So, yeah, really nice profit right there. Selling one for 4.5, just showing you that the NWSL players are up nicely. She normally only goes for about 2.9 to 3.2, so a nice bit of a nice little rise because of the the SBCs we've had recently. Loads and loads of deals. Really starting to pick up with the shadow trading now. Really having the coins as well to really not have to stop. So let's walk you guys through some of the deals. We've got ourselves 19 deals right here. So we got ourselves Grimaldo for 3.3 going up for 4.9. We got ourselves Don for 5 going up for 5.9. Breme goes up for 3.9. Anything else interesting? Got myself a few Fernandez's for 2 to 2.7, all selling for 3.5. A really good buy here on the Molina, 3.5. Got him via going through them one by one. Camavinga, 2.3. Moreno, 2.8. Ibanez, I don't know if there's anything too interesting. Just a lot of run-of-the-mill deals, so a nice little 20k profit there. Again, we are still under-profited by 140k, but bear in mind we're going to have a massive investment. Hopefully that investment will allow us to double our coins without really putting too many, hours away from the clock. So hopefully we'll be able to start using some investments now, again, that sort of budget. Also, when you're only seeing like 50 to 100k, investing isn't necessarily more efficient than trading. When you get to a higher budget, you can just trade in the background and just have your investments sitting in the background whilst trading. So that's why it gets easier to make coins, the more coins you have to work with. A little bit chock-a-block when it comes to the likes of having coins. So what we're going to do is we are going to go and complete a few more moments. And then we're going to go and treat you guys with a tradable. I believe it's like half a 50k pack. Basically 6 gold rare. So what we'll do is, I guess, the end of the episode, or near the end of the episode, we'll go and get ourselves our moments and do this. Now, the moments that we plan on doing that are very time efficient to go and do are the K-League, Saudi League, Libertadores, etc. But what we don't do is we don't go and do the last one. The last one you have to win the match, so this one takes generally about 5-6 minutes to do. Whereas all these are very score a goal, don't lose possession. So these ones are very, very fast to do. So, yeah, what we got to do is we've got to go and buy 3 K-League players, so it shouldn't be any stress whatsoever. And then we'll go and complete these to give you guys a half a 50k pack to end off the episode. So spending way too long doing moments and absolutely despising gameplay. We've now waited 30 minutes to probably not get something good. But, I mean, it's something we can always... this is something you can do whilst you're waiting for coins to go up. And now we're back up to 22k from having nothing. So, please, EA, all I ask is please just make that horrible grind of playing moments worth it. 83. Yeah, no, probably not worth it, but thank you very much for watching. So we're now ending the episode off on around about 240k, which isn't too bad because we've obviously had loads of shadow deals selling on, and yeah, pretty decent day of shadow trading. Now, in the next episode, you'll be seeing us investing all these coins into an investment which I believe is going to double my coins. Now, the good thing about this investment is no matter when you're watching this Road to Glory, this investment will be makeable because this is an investment that happens every single week as long as a League SBC is out. So do make sure to check in next episode where we invest all of the coins we've made so far. And yeah, hopefully I'll double our coins in around about 24 hours. Not of trading, but of waiting on the investment. But thanks for watching and see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.